It's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And I just realised it was time for my Sunday night live and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Hence this title, Winging It. So if you're here, say hello. I can see there are people here. I'm just getting the volume of my iPad so that I can then pop myself on and I can then see comments. I think I saw Lani was in the house. Oh, Valerie, hiya, and Lani, hiya. It does say there's someone else watching, but say hello if you're here. Oh, Wendy, it's yourself. In you come. Yeah, well, I need you here, guys, because I really don't know if this is going to... I've sort of got an idea, right? Okay, so... You're going to paint with wine. Lani? Hi, Randy. Hi, Claire. Paint with wine. Are you going to drink wine while you paint? Or are you going to make a picture with wine? I'm confused. Hey Alice, and you come. So this month of May, I've kind of been doing masking as being my technique. So you're going to paint while drinking wine now. Are you painting pictures or are you painting walls? I'm going to take these are stamp sets I've got out to use, but I'm going to take them away because they're causing glare. I'm not quite sure what to do here because my... Oh yeah, no lights on that side of the room. That might... I don't know. You put light on and then you cause shadow. It's evening and it's just never great. So let's move this work surface slightly so that we're more central. See this big shadow here? I have no idea. I think it's because I've got my camera in a slightly different place. But then if I move that, I'm going to have to move everything. Are you guys okay with the shadow for today? I think you can still see what I'm doing. Not that I'm doing anything. So I've got out the masking paper, Stampin' Up's masking paper. Now, just a wee word of warning with this masking tape. It's pretty good. Masking paper. It's pretty good. Oh, that sounds quite fun, Lani. I guess having a glass of wine while you're painting, it just loosens you up a wee bit, doesn't it? Cherry blossoms. But you know, cherry blossoms are cherry blossoms. Okay, let's just go with it and let's not stress it out. So, I have this idea. I have been tidying up on my desk, but now I've just found more mess. So for goodness sake, I've been tidying up and cleaning. I used disinfectant and disinfected underneath. Right, so, hey Bev, and you come, my dear. Look at this. Been on my desk for months. Clearly never been inked. Not even got the backing on it. So let's just take this off. So let's just take the backing off. I'm not going to attempt to put that on just now. What I am going to do is try and find my box and get a big block. So I'm kind of thinking, now I'm thinking about Lani, you see? This lady with the glass of wine. And I'm thinking about she's looking out over the world, or she could be looking out over the sea, and we might use this beautiful wave. So might do both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp her on the masking paper and then cut it out. So I'm going to need my biggest block for the world. I have no idea if this will work. It's just something in my head. I'm going to get rid of that because it's just extra weight in the box so we don't need. Right, so I'll close that up just now. So I do have another pack of masking paper, but this is the last sheet in this one, and that's a piece of a different brand. But we'll use the Stampin' Up one now. Word of warning, this is very sticky. Oh, it's 2 sheets. This is very sticky. So once we've cut out the shape, we're then going to take a lot of the tack off it. Hey Matuso Crafts, Barry Orgy or Barry Angie, or your day yesterday looked absolutely fabulous. I wish I lived further south and could have come and joined in. Oh, yeah. And London in the sun too, that was cool. That one fit on one of these blocks. Right, so let's do this and I can chit chat while I'm fussy cutting. And I've got one sheet out that's of basic white. Now we'll just stamp this with, do you know what I'm going to do? I usually go for, if I'm not wanting to use black, I usually go for basic grey, but why not go for Pebbled Path? And I've just stuck my thumb in it straight away. Didn't take long, did it, girls? 5 minutes in, and boys, 5 minutes in. Right, so I'll do it close to this corner here. So, oh, very inky. I forgot. I'm going to wipe that off actually and start again. I forgot that it's a new pad and it is very juicy. Very, very juicy. Okay, so let's just do. Right, that's enough. Enough. Right. So we'll just stamp it on here. So I've had a wee get together with a fellow stamper as well. I've had a cuppa with Jess Carpenter of JazzleDazzleCraft today. She was in Scotland this weekend for a hen do. So we got together before she went back down south. So that was really lovely. Right, so we're going to have to lose the birds. I'm just going to roughly cut this out because I'm really not into all the extra paper and I don't want to waste it. Right, so when you're cutting a mask, what you need to do is cut slightly inside the picture that you're doing. So I'm actually going to cut it slightly inside her arm here. When you're doing fussy cutting of something you're going to stick on a card, you do it a bit outside of the line. But for a mask it needs to be slightly outside. Now I can't wait now till we get access to the new bits for the Take Your Pick tool. I haven't checked to see if it's in yet. It wasn't available at the beginning of the catalogue, but I'm wondering if it is now, because we'll have a nice craft knife end for our... Does anyone know if it's available yet, if it's arrived in Europe yet? The new Take Your Pick tool attachment. I know this takes a bit longer, but it is worth it. It is worth it. So how is everyone this Sunday afternoon? Early evening it is. Hi Cindy. Oh, coffee and a chocolate pastry. That is very European. That's a very European breakfast. Continental. Sorry, I'm going quiet because I'm concentrating. So, anyone else been crafting today? See, I need to get in here, that's the bit, because, so let's just use, these snips are really good though because they're sharp right to the point. Right to the very point. And then once you can get in and cut. Oh yeah, you got some nice new bits and pieces, Randy, didn't you, to play with? A new box of toys. Yeah, I haven't had one of them for a few weeks. Yay. Oh, yeah, I really want that because this part would be so much easier if I could just go in there with the craft knife end. I do have other craft knives, but I've had them for so long they're probably rusty. Now this is just going to be a wee bit trickier here, but I still want her to have her balustrade on her balcony while she's looking out over the world. So let's just... As I say, I've no idea if this is going to work, it's just an idea in my head. But what's... See, you will make it work, shall we? We'll make it work. So everyone got a wee drink of something? Obviously, Cindy's got coffee. Has she shared it at all? I've only got water on my desk. Mind you, I've just had 2 major cups of coffee this last wee while. Oh no! I didn't mean that to get cut off. Oh well. Do you know what? We'll just... Do you know what? We can probably draw it in later. We'll just... Right. She's got that bit, but we'll just have to draw them in. We'll see what happens. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to ground her, if at all. We'll see. As I say, who knows. But what I'm going to say to you right now, before you use this, I can't even get the backing off because I've used it on the edge where, you know, there is a split in it. Huckleberry coffee, I've never heard of that. Tell me more. I'm sure Cindy will know what you're talking about. Your Diet Pepsi and some cherries. Oh, I love cherries. I adore cherries. Come on, Janice. Why did you not stamp over the crease, the line? And then you would have been able to get it. There we go. We're in. We're in, we're in, we're in. I need... Right, so we're all right with that. So let's just have a think here. Right. So I think I'll do 4... I'll stamp her 4 times on here. And then we can play. What say you? Does that make sense? I don't know if it would be... No, just... We'll stamp it 4 times and we'll play. We may not get a card out of this, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Right, so we'll pop her there. And I'll just do one at a time because I've only cut 1 mask. I'm not cutting 4 masks. Oh, that... Yeah, I'll just need to colour the balustrade thing and we'll pop this one further down here. Right, I'll close this over because you know what will happen if I don't. Right. So, right, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to stick this straight down. I'm saying this out loud because I'll probably forget if I don't say it to you again. This will be so sticky, if I put it on there when I try to lift it off, it is actually going to rip my paper. So I'm going to, I'll show you on my cardigan sleeve what I'm doing. Right. Anyone who hasn't had this issue before, is just, you want to take the ticky off this, a lot of the tack off this. It is just a little bit too sticky. Giving myself a wee pat. It's got a lot of fluff on it now, so it will still stick to the paper, but hopefully it won't tear when I want to bring it back off again. Right, so now because I've cut inside the line, it's just to try and avoid any halos. So try and get her. There we go. Probably, you know, it would have been a good idea if I could have cut, I should have cut 4 out and then I could just stamp away. We'll just stamp away. So where's the world? Anyone know where the world is? So basically I was just thinking just to do that. But what colour? Colour is the world. What colour is the world? Hello Janine, hello when you come. Someone tell me what colour the world should be. Is she looking out over a colourful world or a grey world or a somebody? Will I put different things on? Will I squish it and do a kind of watercolourish? Tell me, tell me. What colours would you like in the world? Tell me. A copper clay world. It's like copper clay world, that would be like. I'll do a blue and green one for the other one. This is quite distinctive, so hopefully it'll not be too horrible. But we'll just see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, she's having, it's a bit like the red rocks, like in Sedona and places like that. So what we'll do is we'll do a blue and green one here, and then we'll do some waves for the other one. How's about that? But I just have to use the mask. I'm just pressing down around where the picture is to hopefully not have a halo, but I think I will be using my brush. I've been so lucky, Lanny, and I've been to Sedona twice and I just loved it. Oh, there you go. So you know Huckleberry as well, Cindy. I thought you would. Oh my goodness, there's a copper clay world. So then when I'll need to brush, I think, with blue to give it some sea sort of feeling, won't I? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so since I've used in this one new colour, why don't I use a bit of bold blue in here? Hi Cheryl. As I say, I have no idea if this will work or not. I'm just playing. Right, so this has got some other blue on it previously, probably Pacific, so it might not be pure boho, but let's just... Esther. Yeah, we're going to do blue and green on the next one. We're just trying out the copper clay to see how it goes. We've got 4 to do, so we're okay. Good to see you, my dear. Okay, so I'm not going to do much more to that because it's got quite a lot of texture because of the way I did the brushing. Yeah, so we need to take this one off, and we may go back and colour her in if I manage to get this off without tearing it, otherwise you're going to have to endure more cutting. Let's just see. I always like the great reveal. Just do not expect to just stick this down without taking the tacky off, because it simply won't work. There she is, she's looking out over the world. So, well, now we'll use this on this one. No, that's not. We're a bit. It's a bit squint. Because I can't get my head right over it, because you'll see. I don't know. You know I'm grey anyway, so it's not. It's just not the prettiest sight. Right. Let's just take it up this way and try and. Close enough, that'll do. Stop the world, you want to get off. Right, so now we're going to have a blue and green world. Do we put some blue, this time maybe let's put some blue in before we stamp the world. I'm stamping all over the world. And then I think we'll use Night of Navy. Janine, what say you? What about Night of Navy with Parakeet Party? I'm not drinking wine just now. I'm just... I might with my dinner. Right. So a wee bit blue in the background there. Now, better clean the copper clay off though. Microfiber to dry it off. Right. Well, I'm not quite sure how we're inking this up, but are we going to... It's a lot of work to try and do it with pens, so let's just go Night of Navy, Party. I've not got any finger dauber things left around anywhere, or sponges, but I don't know, let's just, you could have, I think we'll spritz it, shall we? Just get some, put the lighter colour on first so that you don't contaminate it. Blue, blue, my world is blue. You're off to Boston, Cheryl. I love Boston. But then it was also because I had the company of the lovely Janine and Mindy. So that was just, it made that such a special trip. Right. I'm thinking just... Oh, right, okay. Edinburgh, UK. Was Beyonce in UK? Or is there another Edinburgh? Because that's... Right, I'm going to spritz this, but I don't want this to get wet. So what have I got? Oh, I've got one of these. I've got a protector. I don't want to make it too wet, but I just want to blur the change between the green and the blue. I'm not sure how this will work, but do you know what? Here's what happens. It's only a bit of paper. It's a blurry world. There you go, watercolour world. Actually, I think that will dry quite nicely. Right, I'm going to clean my stamp and then I'll get my heat gun out. And I'm not quite sure, I'm a bit, because I've done that, probably a bit daft actually, because that's going to need to dry. I never think things through. So I don't think I can take the mask off while it's wet, and then if I put the heat gun to it, that will ruin the... I actually quite like that though. I think that'll dry nicely. Oh, I'm sorry, I've chopped the bottom of South America. I don't know whether to heat gun it or not. Let's see, take some of the damp off it. I think I'll just give it a wee bit dry. I think the only thing is the heat gun will affect the glue on the thing. Oh Cheryl, that's tough. That's tough, but just try and concentrate on the happy memories. Right, I'm going to try and get this off, but of course I will have affected the sticky on this. And the other thing that I've done that's not the best here is the colour, because I did that with the copper clay has leaked, but do you know, it's okay, we'll just go with it. She's going to give her a deeper skin tone if we colour her in. If you don't try things, you don't know if they're going to work or not. Actually, that's okay, isn't it? What do you think? Right. I can't see properly to put that on here. I know some people will be getting a bit annoyed with me, but this is just a Sunday night, relaxing and playing and seeing, because it is Sunday evening here in the UK. I'm just relaxing a bit. Sunday's a day of rest, really. So just... This time we'll play with the waves. What do you think? So you've got other masks. Masking is one of my favourite games. See, I kind of wondered if I could get him to sit. No, it's too close. No, we'll just leave him out. Don't complicate it, Janice. Just a wave. Right. What colour will this big wave be, girls and boys? Hi, Hayes. I'm just messing around. Hi, Sandra. You're not late. You're here. There's none of that. You don't have to land here on time. Right, so she might actually be standing there casually having a glass of wine. It might be a tsunami on the way. That's usually what my craft room looks like. Oh, you have a lovely time with your sister. Think of the... Right, so Tahitian Tide... Pool party. Well, I think my pool party needs re-inked, so let's go with Tahitian Tide. Or a bit of both. Might be able to get some pool. Do you know what? I'll do several shades of blue and spritz for this one, the last one. That's all. I'm just here making a grand old mess. I had to make a mess because I just cleaned my desk, so can't be having it all clean, can we? Right, so I'm going to put it so that this is pretty well. Well, at least I've inked it now, Cindy, twice. Imagine it's been lying there all that time. I liked it and I saw it and I had some ideas for it. And then by the time it came, I forgot what those ideas were. I've no idea why I need this tail bit, but we'll work that out. I might need to stamp this more than once. Oh, look at that. I love the texture on this. I might just... What if I just do... ink up this part of the wave and just bring it over here a bit over the top of her again and wipe off this so it doesn't encroach over there. Looks okay, doesn't it? I wonder, do you know what? I'm just going to take the blue brush again and just this is just Tahitian Tide. It's just so that there's no big white halo around her. She's going to have to shift herself. That wave's going to knock her off her balcony, isn't it? maybe come in from the top with a, give it a bit of sky so that when I cut that and put it on a card. I don't see, I quite like the white silhouette. Right, where's my Night of Navy gone? Who's pinched it? Girls and boys, who's taken my Night of Navy pink pad? I had it out a minute ago. It's not on the shelf. Where did I put it? Did anyone see? Rewind. What did I do with the Night of... Oh, here it is to the side with the... Oh. Hi, Pauline. Lovely to see you. You're right, Judy, it was on the left. Thank you for that. Right, I'm just going to come in so we've got a bit of a sky here as well when we chop it, trim it down to make a picture, and it's sort of cloudy sky. Coming in and just blend it into the what's it called? Tahitian Tide. Tahitian Tide is just the right name for that, isn't it? Right, so that'll be, we'll have a picture there. Now this time, oh hey Wendy, Wendy, if you really do want to know when I'm coming on, just send me your mobile number. I'll add you to the WhatsApp broadcast list. If anyone else is having problems with notifications, I do have a WhatsApp broadcast list and I can add you if you want to be added. You're pasting wallpaper, Pauline. Oh my. On a Sunday. Must be a day of rest. I'm taking her off. She's getting a bit dodgy because of getting wet. But because I took time to pat her on my cardigan, she is not ripping the paper on the... But the only thing is I've lost that bit of the balcony. I'll move it over for the last one, and I think we'll get a bit wet on the last one. Are you up for a bit of a mix of inks on the waves? Hi Shaz! We're just doing a bit of masking, it's no mystery. The mystery is I need to turn it so I can just get this on properly. I hope you're okay. Just getting the mask in the right places. Well, it's kind of crucial to the finished look of this. Just need to lift this one up. It's got a bit of a kink in there. There we go. Who doesn't like standing on a balcony in a hot sunny place with a glass of wine overlooking the sea? Right, that's that. The torn bit. So will we do something wishy-washy with the wave as well this time? Yeah, it's sort of messy time. Messy time. Right, where's the wave gone? Oh, do you know what it is? It's because my desk is quite tidy, it's quite scary. Right, so that already's got some Tahitian Tide on. I'm not really going to take that off. see what other kind of blues and greens. A bit of this Lost Lagoon, because it doesn't know whether it's a blue or a green, does it? Just putting a wee dab here and a wee dab there. What about this? As your afternoon progresses. It's like this word, as your. Now I'm trying to not. You could get some daubers, sponges to do this. But this is me, Mrs. Mess, Mrs. Messy. Now we need another, I'll just do some Night of Navy here. You could use reinkers. I'm just going to put that over the all, you know, because it's the darkest Night of Navy, it will recover, and if it doesn't, I'll wash it out and start again. Right, so now I need my protective sheet, which I've lost that too. Where did I put that? How can you lose a big protective sheet? Put it down the side of my desk, didn't I? I don't keep it up here because it does cause a bit of glare. Right, spritz. Where did I put the spritzer when I did the last one? Here it is. I hope you're all paying attention because you know it can get a bit dodgy with me. She's only getting one wave in this. It's a wet wave. I have no idea if it will be nice or not. But I'm going to leave that and I'm going to put some colour in here in the sky before I put the wave down, because the wave's going to be wet. So let's just streak all over with a blue brush. Especially in the places around, and this one has some other blues like what away. Just looking for one that's a bit strong. Where did I go with Azure Afternoon? Where did it go? I've got Tahitian time, I'll just go in. Put it against the Night of Navy. Just so that it's not white behind the wave, it's got some colour behind it. I don't think that's enough. I'm going to bring this in. I've no idea what I'm doing, folks. I'm winging it. I've got kind of good feeling about it. I think it's going to be fine. I keep on using these new colours for blending because they're so juicy. This makes an interesting sky, doesn't it? Right, enough. You're really playing now, Janice. Right. Okay, so we have that wet spritz stamp coming down now. Hey Nessa, in you come. Oh, I'm just going to put that back down again. Hey, hey, that works, doesn't it? It's got real atmosphere there. That's all right. Right, I need to put this somewhere to get clean. And we'll chop this up and then we can let the wet one dry a bit. We don't need to take that mask off right away, so we can let it on. I'll give it a bit of a heat gun to sort of set it on its way. started getting rid of that out of the way. And we'll chop it into 4. How am I doing for time? No idea, I'm kind of lost. I have my watch on, I could look at that. Yeah, I have 10 minutes to 7. Are you still around, Barry and Jay, or Barry or Jay, or whoever was in before? Are you guys doing a live tonight? Right, so let's just chop this in 4 and then we'll decide with each one what we're doing. Yeah. I quite like the watercolour finish on that. I'll let it dry out a bit. Well, yeah, wee thumbs up, folks, that would be nice, yep. And if you could share it out, 16 subscribers I need. I think I was down to less than that, but I can't, it changes on a daily basis, so yeah. So yeah, at first I wasn't sure when you said Copper Clay World, but actually, it's okay. Oh, cheers Wendy for that. So I'm just going to trim this down a bit more so that we can layer it up. Let's take it to 9.1. Let's just go for that. No, I'm going to actually take it off here, I think. Oh, not that deep. Nope. Yeah, I always thumb my way in when I'm watching Friends. Right, I've chopped Tasmania off and whatever's on the very tip of South America. Sorry, awfully sorry. Okay, so we have 9.7, so I want to get this to 14. So I don't want to just like take a bit off each side. Yeah, the copper clay's working, isn't it? I just said what colour and Lanny said try copper clay. Actually, that's a picture. Now you can decide whether to colour her or not. I'm not going to. I actually really do enjoy. Well, I might colour bits of her, like, you know, I don't know what you think. Let's see what we've got in the way of card bases. Let's see what we would. See, there's a Misty Moonlight card base. That works for that. I'm just trying to use up some of these card bases that I've got here. Yeah, I kind of like just leaving her, but I just have this wee idea of just giving her some red wine. You know? Red wine, you make me feel so fine. Yeah, because I love red wine. Yeah. I'm just going to give her a decent colour of wine. Just a wee pop. The balustrade needs fixing out, so I'm going with, I don't have the blends in the new colours yet, but I do have the markers, so I'm going to just... she's alright now. The question I had in my head was, do I mount it on white and then on like that? Or do we just go as it is, or we can get not got anything ready, you know me, it's the usual. But we could go, because we've stamped with that. Not white, just straight on there, or straight on the Misty Moonlight that I've got out. Tell me, please. We just put this one straight on here and then we'll decide on the other ones. Okay. Anyone got some glue? Yeah, I'm popping it on the Misty. Well, I might be popping it on the Misty. I don't know if it'll be with this glue. Come on, you've got a bit more to give. Don't want to, does it? Have I got one in my drawer? Have I got another one? Just by luck. I would faff with that, but we've not got a lot of time. So, you know, there's lots of things you can do with your background stamps, but sometimes you can just do simple things with them. Well, you're using Misty as well just now. Very good. There we are. One. Well, obviously you can line it, etc. But at this moment I'm just wanting to see if I can. I do rather like that one. That was Janine that said blue and green. I'm kind of liking it. Take care. Are you guys on live in a little while? We'll come and see you. So if when I go off, pop over and see what my JazzleDazzleCrafts are up to tonight. They usually go live at 7, which is coming around pretty quick. Pretty quick. Okay, so we'll see what you guys are up to. That won't be too long. I'm just going to make these up and then I'll come and join you. That's nice, isn't it? That really wants to be on Misty too, doesn't it? Have I got another Misty card there? Yeah. These card bases have been cut for ages. This is from when Misty was with us before. I'm just going to pop plain and simple, yeah, let's not overthink it. I have no idea what I would put on these for sentiments, to be honest. I don't think they need sentiments. I think I might just send them to some girlfriends across the pond or across the world. We go that way, that way, that way, that way. We're up here. But this one probably should have been mounted on, and it might end up getting cut because it was the wet one and it was quite warped, but no, I think it'll dry quite flat now. So there's that one with that background. Now this one is going to, I think we'll take this one down a bit smaller because we've got that line of the weave which I'm not too happy about, so let's just chop that bit off. And we'll chop it off about there. See, so if it's going to go on, let's bring it in then to about 9. And then we'll bring it in again to 8. And we need to sort of take that bit off. So it's going to go. I actually think we could make this as an 8 by 8 and make it, put it on a wee square card. No. No. Chop. See? Actually, yeah, 8 by 8. That's quite cool, isn't it? Not quite sure yet about the card. I think I might have to think about that one. Let's take, I like this too, let's trim this a bit as well. Who knew that you would make a card out of just playing about? This one a bit bigger. I just want to take that wee bit off there, so I'll take that to about 9. I'm not quite sure of the proportions here, that's the problem. 12 by, I take another little bit off here. $12 by 8.5-ish. That's not too bad, is it? What if we just take this? This is still quite wet, this mask, but I'm not going to need it again, so if it tears, it won't really matter. Guess what it has? I'm not too concerned about the fact because we used water and there was already ink. So if you're going to do something like this, it might be worth cutting yourself 4 masks if you're doing all, you know, 4 cards on one sheet. I like to live dangerously, and I think I might have got away with it. So I use that I've no idea. I've got all these. Oh, that one's a bit of Coastal Cabana actually on that. So, see, I think that one needs to have a bit of white border behind it. Right, so what did I cut into? Oh, I know that the incentive trip is away, isn't it? You take care, Cindy. I'm just about finishing off. Don't forget to go and watch my JazzleDazzleCraft. So I wish I was going to Norway, but no, I'm like I earned about a quarter of an incentive trip maybe last year. I've not even made it to a quarter yet this year. So yeah, no. Right, so that was 12.1, I think. Let's just go with 12.5, just to give it a little, 6, a little wee white border, and then that was, I'm just making this up as I go along as usual. What am I doing? I've cut that all bonkers, haven't I? That's not going to work, is it? Right, stop and think. You're counting wrong. That's 12.1. So it needs to be 12. Oh, that's because that's already that one, but it's this one I need to cut. Hi Karen, I just need some help with my numbers today. I'm having a bit of an issue here. Oh, enjoy your class. Imagine going to a painting class and getting wine as well. Clearly, I need to do this cards class a bit better, yeah. I do cuppa and cards, maybe we need to do wine and cards. That's better. That's what I wanted. And I'm actually just going to put that on there and it works. It works because I says it works. What have you been doing with your Sunday, Karen? That's make me sing that song, What Are You Doing on Sunday, Baby? Me, I'm going to marry you. Slanger. And I'm just going to make her line pop. Nearly there. If I don't make these into cards now, they'll lie on my desk. Waiting on whose baby? Baby to pop out. Are you got a grandchild on its way? Okay. Oh, I'm sure she'll come when she's ready. Good and ready. That works. There's no orchid in it, but I'm just trying to use up all these card bases that are already cut. There is boho in it. Yeah. Okay, so which will I go with, the boho or with the orchid? Quite like the orchid for some reason. Which one are we going with, boho or orchid? I'm going with boho. Orchid. You first want to say orchid, so it does pop a bit on the orchid, right enough. Yeah, you're right, it does. Right, okay, we're orchids, it's done. I'm not arguing with you anymore, girls. Because I'm getting hungry, I need my dinner. But I've not even put it on to cook, so I'm going to put it on and then I'm going to come back and tidy up my desk and watch Barry and Jay, whoever is creating, on their live. tonight. And when I'm tidying up, I will put liners inside these cards. So another playtime on a Sunday, and at least I've now inked my world stamp. So we stuck with my theme of masking. So there was the first one with the copper clay world, and then we had a watery world with blue and green. We spritzed that one. And then we used the wave stamp as is, and then we used the wave stamp and spritz it. So with different effects. So what do you think? Oh, you're just doing some swaps, Cindy, very good. So thanks everyone. I'm obviously moving this around while I've been crafting. It seems to have... So thanks everyone for coming in and keeping me company while I played. Oh Randy, I didn't see you say boho, but I had already, quite a few had said orchid before that, sorry. Orchid won, look, it's got more votes. But it would have still been pretty on boho. But anyway, I will get some liners inside and I'll see you on the next live. Thank you everyone. Where's the door? I've no idea. No idea. Oh. See, here we go again. No idea where's the door. Oh, it's a wee cross. Okay, keep well everyone. Stay safe. And we'll see you on the next one.